In the last couple of weeks I've reviewed the Amazfit GTR 2 and the Zepp Z here on the channel, with both watches leaving a very good impression. Today it's time for them to go head to head in a direct comparison, since both of these watches have a lot of similarities like the OS, the Zepp app, the heart rate monitoring, blood oxygen measurement and more. I will focus on the key differences in this video to give you a comprehensive overview so that you can pick the right watch for you. My name is Sebastian from Techcentury and I'm here to help you make the right purchasing decision. Welcome to my comparison of the GTR 2 versus the Zepp Z. The first big difference of these two watches is of course the price. While the GTR 2's MSRP is $179, the Zepp Z's is $349, which means that you can almost pick up two of the GTRs for one of the Zepp Z. As usual, you can find my affiliate links for both watches in the description below that will show you up-to-date pricing so that you don't miss it when either one of these go on sale. Of course, you expect something in return for such a huge price difference, and the more premium experience here on the Zepp Z already starts with the packaging and the unboxing. While there's nothing wrong with the box and the unboxing itself on the GTR 2, it's just way more premium here on the Zepp Z and, dare I say it, kinda Apple-like. This also continues with the presentation of the watch once you lift the lid, where you see the Zepp Z with its brown leather band right at first glance on a heavy black textured tray. This also leads us to the next difference, the design. While the GTR 2 has a more sporty casual look with the glass up front and also the rubber band, the Zepp Z certainly looks more business orientated and more premium with the titanium alloy case and also the recessed display. On top of that, we also have the aforementioned leather strap that looks really nice. On the back there are actually also differences. While here on the GTR 2 we have this matte plastic cover with also exposed charging pins. On the Zepp Z this is not the case. Here we actually have like this glossy texture that looks kind of like glass, and also the charging pins are completely hidden. Now of course design is very personal, so let me know what you think. Which watch looks better in your opinion? Before moving on, I want to thank all of you who have already subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate your support. For those of you who are new to the channel, I would love to welcome you here on the team as well. So if you like what you see right here and haven't subscribed yet, then please hit the subscribe button and also the bell button so that you don't miss any new content. Moving on to the materials, this is also another area where we have significant differences between these two watches. First off, here on the GTR 2 we have this rubber strap, and then we also have the stainless steel case with the curved glass on the front. It leaves a good impression and is pretty solid, but still it isn't coming close to the Zepp Z when it comes just to like pure design, build quality and also feel in the hand, because this is a titanium alloy case also with the glossy portion on the back as I mentioned, and a leather strap, which is just really nice to see. And I think in a business environment really the Zepp Z is a much better fit. Continuing on to the battery life, there's actually quite a big difference when it comes to the battery capacity. On the Zepp Z we only have a 340 mAh battery, while the GTR 2's battery is roughly 38% bigger at 471 mAh. The big difference on paper, however, didn't really show accordingly in my real life testing, where the Zepp Z lasted 5 days and 2 hours with the always on display enabled, and the GTR 2 6 days and 5 hours. Really surprising were my results though when it came to the battery life without the always on display, because in this scenario the Zepp Z actually lasted 12 days and 12 hours, while the GTR 2 ran out of battery after 10 days and 21 hours. In both cases I was wearing the watches 24 hours a day with sleep tracking enabled at night. The biggest difference between these two watches show when it comes to the features. So first let's talk about the GTR 2 advantages, and first off here we actually have 3 GB of local storage on this watch, which means that you can transfer music using the Zepp app to the watch and then connect for example true wireless earbuds so that you can go outside jogging without the need to actually bring a phone, and you can still listen to music, which is awesome to see. On top of that, this watch also has a speaker built in, which means that you can answer calls straight from the watch. Last but not least, there's also NFC built into this watch. However, don't expect to use Google Pay anytime soon. However, it's still nice to have this feature included. All of these features that I just mentioned are actually exclusive to the GTR 2 and not found on the Zepp Z. Moving on to the advantages of the Zepp Z, the Z offers a third customizable button here on the side. This one is disabled by default and is called the health key, and you can enable it in the settings and then set it to start different apps, for example like the oxygen measurement, the heart rate, or also the stress level. However, it is actually even indicated in the OS that enabling this button can have a significant impact on battery life, so it might be not worth it in the end. So yeah, still I think it looks better here with the 3 buttons as well. On top of that, there's also already the update for Alexa support here on this watch. Now this is supposedly also coming to the GTR 2, but we currently don't have a date for it yet. So here on the Zepp Z it's already available, only in English though. Last but not least, the Zepp Z also ships with a much nicer charging pack than the charger that's included in the box of the GTR 2, and this is kind of like wireless power, so you don't have these charging pin exposed on the Zepp Z. But now it's time for my verdict, and I really like both of these watches and I don't think that you can go wrong with either one of them. When it comes to pure value, I would always recommend the GTR 2 over the Zepp Z because of its much lower price and the really useful additional features such as the speaker and local music storage. In terms of design, I personally much prefer it on the Zepp Z because it personally just reminds me a lot more of traditional chronograph, and because it also blends in really nice in a business environment. Now if you're looking for a middle ground between these two, you should also check out the classic version of the GTR 2, which features a polished silver case and also a black leather strap, bringing some of the classic elegance of the Zepp Z to the GTR 2. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments, and thank you again for watching. If you want to learn more about either of these watches, I'll also link my full reviews of them below.